Let me present the screen. So the screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So personal management plays important role in labor handling, labor management. Not only labor, but all the staff. That is right from the lower level to the highest level. That is up to chairman. We know that management is divided into sales management, production management, finance management. So like that, one of the type of management is personal management. So whether it is small or big, personal management does exist. If it is small, then there will be at one person, and if it's a big company, then there will be many persons working in the personal management. So it is concerned with all the human relationships among workers as well as other people. So the underlined one is important. If the definition is asked, that is personal management may be defined as the planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of the procurement, development, compensation, integration, and maintenance of the people. That is, we have to retain the people, and this is for the purpose of achieving the goals or the targets of the organization. So personal management has to see that there is no turnover of the people. Turnover of the people means today 10 people has joined in this week, and then next week out of 10, 5 have left. That is what is called as the rolling or the turnover of the people. So it's a kind of a procurement, so procurement of the staff or the people. So you have to obtain proper, correct kind and size of the persons necessary to achieve the company goals. Then there are some important definitions connected to personal management, like maintenance. It means retaining and improving the conditions of the plant, of the workplace. That is health and safety measures, employee service conditions, etc. etc. So, what are the functions of personal management? So, A is procurement and maintenance or retaining of the adequate workforce or employees in both the way, that is number as well as quality of the personnel. is you have to procure or retain the right quantity of the people and right quality. So all recruitment, interviewing, test. Test can be written test or it can be practical test in case of welder or machinist. The practical tests are conducted, that is, they are tested on the job. Then induction. Induction is nothing but the orientation. Then placement, that is, they are placed in suitable department for suitable position. Then follow-up of new employees for adjustment, merit rating, promotion, transfer, and discharge, that is retirement, and employment record. So this all comes under the category of procurement and maintenance of the workforce. In education and training of present employees, that is, you have to see the growth of the existing peoples. So that includes training, education, training plans, then providing training materials, training aids, then facility of training rooms, libraries. Another function is the personal management or the personal department. They have to keep contacts, satisfactory contacts with the employees and maintain a healthy relations with the employees. So this includes, that is, how to maintain personal contacts, that is the job analysis, job specifications, performing merit rating of the employees, having suitable wage and reward plans, labor audit, labor records and labor statistics, regularization of the employment means, like, suppose if 10 people are retired or if there are any vacancies, then that has to be filled. I say 10 has gone, and the departments, they are starving for the replacement. So that will affect the production quantity as well as the quality. Handling grievances. This is again a major function. Labor turnover, that is number of people. Labor market service. Then most of the management, personal management, they have suggestion schemes. Another function is maintaining satisfactory group relations. So group relations means small groups, or we call it as the circles, small circles, consisting of around 7 to 10 people, so that if the company is of larger size, then this group or the group leader, that is, instead of it, if the company size is big, then it is difficult to contact individuals. So in that case, it is easier that you just contact the group leaders. So that becomes easy to reach every individual, because group leader can convey on behalf of the group which he is heading. Maintaining employee health. So that consists of various health standards that you have to abide. Means, you have to means personal management, personal department, they have to abide. Then sanitation, this is very important from hygiene point of view. Then regular physical examinations, that is medical checkups, has to be conducted. and so on. So this is the important duty. Health related duties are very important. Then safety, maintaining employee safety in order to reduce the accidents, and therefore your production can be, or the targets can be achieved. Every employee, they have their service book in any organization. So that is what is called the maintaining employee service activities. So service book is like a history of that particular employee. So it contains everything that is right from his date of joining, whenever he has been promoted, what are the increments which is given, all the leave records, then any punishments or suspensions or any warning letters, uh, that everything is recorded in the service book. Mostly the management, personal management, they don't show this service book, but actually it is a right uh, of the employee to see his own service book. So, what are the principles of a good personal policy? So, good personal policy, it is a directive usually written to help personal department in accomplishing its objectives or function. So, it contains the information regarding recruiting employees, promotions, safety practices, financial aid, then separation, that is nothing but exit, etc. So, a good personal policy should avoid opportunism. Means what? It should avoid opportunism like biasing, and it should be stable. Then there has to be a respect to the employee. Employee should not fail, or he should not hesitate in contacting the personal department at any time. He should not be afraid of the management. The policies which has been defined by the department should be very clear. There should not be any ambiguities, no uncertainties. The employee safety, then job security has to be ensured. The wage system should be fair. Good working conditions, safety, medical benefits has to be provided. Then welfare. This is again very important. That is welfare activities to encourage or to motivate the employees. Obviously, the most important function of the personnel management is recruitment and selection of the employees. This is a major function of the personnel management, and that's why nowadays it is many companies they handle on their own because this is very sensitive. And some companies, they hire the services of the agencies who provides the suitable or right candidates. But somehow, mm, you don't get 100% quality people from the agencies because these agencies, they are not able to understand your requirements properly because they are dealing with so many companies, different companies, and from different areas. So they may be providing, you know, the people to the process companies or vehicle companies, or they may be even providing guards also, security guards. So you have to identify the right agency if you want to get a right kind of people. So again, recruitment can be defined as the process of getting the prospective employees or the potential employees willing to apply for a job with the concern or a firm. So a proper and effective selection of employees uh, that will help to increase the output, to improve the product quality, to reduce the total product cost, to reduce the disputes and grievances, will also lower the labor turnover rate. So the person or the applicant or the candidate who is selected for the post should be willing to work, should be able to handle the job, should be stable, and of course, everybody desires the development and growth. So there is a separate section called the employment section of the company, mm, which is looking after the recruitment part. So their function is to hire right type of employees for specific company opening, to maintain adequate supply of right kind of employees, then to introduce selected employees with personal policies of the company, that is called as the induction program or orientation program, in which told about the policies of the company, and he generally it depends upon the size and of course the position of the person. So it can be 1 day or it can be even for the 1 month. Like for example, a person who is joining as a turner, so he may have induction program for 1 day. 1 day that is sufficient. That is taking his all KYC details, Aadhaar card, PAN card, etc. Mm, Then preparing his biometric uh, thumb impressions, etc. Then he's preparing his account, that is bank account, for salary depositions, and then introduction in the department. Whereas suppose if a GET, graduate engineer trainee, is joined, then he may have an induction program of 15 days or 1 month because they see that GET uh, is spending at least 1 day, 2 day in each and every section or in department. Like he will be introduced with the foundry 1 day, 2 day in the machine shop, in the assembly shop. in the purchase shop, in the planning department, in the design department. So all the departments, he will be rotated so that he knows the peoples and he knows the functions of each and every department. So that is what is orientation means. Now, how to recruit these new employees? So, what are the sources? So, sources are first sources within the company itself. uh, that is the best. That is, you can promote the existing peoples or transfer, that is from other unit if there are some excess peoples, like some of the plants closed like in Mumbai. Some plants closed, so they transfer the employees from one plant uh, to the other plant. This has happened, like L&T Woolong. So they have moved to Mape, they have moved to Surat. So all the employees has been transferred there. Or Mahindra, they have moved to Nashik. So all the employees they have moved to Nashik. Same Godrej also. They have plants at Ambernath, outskirts. So either they transfer or they ask, if the employee is not ready, then they ask for the retirement, voluntary retirement, that is for the VRS. So that is a good policy to promote or transfer. And if the recruitment is to be done outside the company, then first source is recommendation. And this is very popular in IT companies. Like the people, they introduce their friends, they recommend their friends. Yeah, I know, this is my friend, he's good, but he has recommended. So that doesn't mean the department, personal department, will recruit him directly. But then that recommended person has to go through all the tests and procedures of the selection. So the use of this is, it saves the cost of, you know advertisement, because advertisement in the newspaper is very costly, is very very costly. Like in Times of India, if 1 inch column width, 1 inch, uh, and 4 to 5 lines, and for one time advertisement will cost around 10,000 rupees. So if it is a full page advertisement, then it will run into lakhs. Even advertisement on the TVs, there per seconds, the charges are per seconds. So this is saved if the people are coming through a recommendation. But of course, recommended means, doesn't mean that the personal department has to take that person. Uh, that written tests, interviews, all those will be carried out. And another source is, that is through advertisements, then through employment agencies. There are many agencies which can be contacted. Again, see, now suppose if one person is to be recruited from the agency, then the company pays 1 month salary to that agency of the person. Like suppose if the if they want to recruit a turner, and if his salary is 10,000, so most of the agencies, they charge 1 month salary from the employer. So 10,000 the company has to pay. Of course, it depends upon the bargaining skills also. If the recruitment, if the person to be recruited, if it is one or if it is 10, the company can negotiate. Or there are many times there are waiting lists. That is, people are interviewed, but they are not offered job because they are in excess. So they keep it in cushion or waiting list, because many times, suppose now 50 people are recruited, by TCS or say 100 people, it happens that at least 10% or 15% will not join because the candidates they have multiple offers, two offers, three offers, or the plan of the candidate changes. Immediately he will admit and he leaves for the higher education. So in that case, the wait list is always prepared by these IT companies. Mostly this happens in IT companies, TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, etc., etc. So these wait listed candidates are recruited. So that is another source. Then posters, brochures. uh, Then there are various selection processes or techniques, that is written test bolo, technical test bolo, then group discussions, quizzes, practical tests, interviews, physical examinations, like suppose recruitment of the inspectors or constables, or in military, even in army also, they recruit the engineers, so they have to, that engineers they have to clear the physical test, and that physical test for the engineers, it's they are also tough, that is rope climbing, running in a particular time, in a given time, so that is tough. So it all depends upon the job also. Then personal department get the application form. This is a procedure. They get the application form filled by the candidates. Then there are various tests, employment tests, as I said. Then that test should be exactly as per the requirement, as per the requirement of the job. Should not be too simple, should not be too complex. So these are the types of the employment test, like achievement test, aptitude test, IQ test, interest test, dexterity test, that is motor, then personality test. So many tests are there. Hmm. So performance test means the candidate has to demonstrate his ability. So mostly it is practical. Then these are some IQ tests. You may be knowing those who are giving GRE or those who attended the company test. They are familiar with this. Interest test, that is whether the candidate is interested. So for that, a questionnaire is prepared, so through which it can be understood how much the candidate or the applicant is interested. Dexterity test is, that is to discover an applicant's cleverness to work with his hands and fingers when the job requires the skillful use of one hands and body. For example, assembling operations or operations on the machines. So that is what is called the dexterity test. The personality test is, it measures the knowledge of the people's behavior, social or uncensored tendencies, emotional adjustment, vocational interest, his temperament, his originalities, adjustments, his confidence, everything. So another technique of recruitment is interviewing. So it is to assess the impact, uh, that is, the interview help studying the impact of personality of the applicant upon others, his quickness in the uptake. Then it helps to study whether the candidate is motivated, uh, what are his feelings, about the jobs, etc. And there are different types of interviews, that is guided or patterned interview. Guided or patterned interview means it is fixed. Some fixed type of questions are asked to the candidates. What is your family background? What do you want to do? What do you want to see after 5 years? Why do you want to join these? Some typical questions, same questions to every candidate. Then unguided, non-directed, or unpatterned interview. So these are generally non-repetitive. These questions. Then how to prepare for the interview? This is not for the candidate, but it is for the organization. So preparation for the interview means the personal department they have to tell the candidates clearly that what are the objectives of the interview. Then they have to select the appropriate type of the interview. Then panel, how many panels, how many members should be there. Then the place for the interview, how to conduct, how to close. Many times the interviews are conducted in the hotels also, just to make the candidate relax. Then physical examination is a must. That is, every company nowadays they insist on this. So they have tie-ups with different labs, medical labs, who conduct the medical test. That is, whether the candidate suffers from any diseases or not. Another function of the personality management is education and training. So they have to see that they keep on educating the employees, keep on training the employees, so they go hand in hand with the technological changes or technological upgradation, because the technology keeps on updating, keeps on changing. So the old methods has to be discarded and the employee has to adopt the new methods of technology. So for this, the employees has to be trained. So this is a very important function of the person department. There is training. So if the candidates are trained properly, then definitely it will increase the productivity, it will reduce the scrap, it will reduce the accident, it will minimize the absenteeism, and so many. So these are the advantages of the employee training. That is increased productivity rate, faster production rate. So the minimum number of employee you have to recruit. And how to train? That is, what are the methods of the training? So it can be one-to-one, that is individual instructions, or it can be group instruction. Like suppose if the candidates are more, and individual instructions if the candidates are less, and if the nature of work differs from person to person. Like suppose if the company is recruiting say 10 machinists or 10 mechanics, so they can have group instructions for all 10 through lecture or through practicals or through simulations or through conferences, because this recruitment is not only for workshops or shop floor, but it can be for sales also, it can be for marketing also. So you should have a company should have a good trainer or a mentor. Then the trainees has to be motivated for learning. If it is OJT, that is on the job training, then they have to demonstrate the ways of teaching. So let the trainee try the operations himself, let him work directly. That is many times the companies or the peoples or the managers or the supervisors, they are really hesitant to hand over the new machines to the trainees. So that's why you have to show the confidence in the trainee. And of course, you can keep somebody who is experienced or skilled nearby, but allow the trainee to handle the costly machines. So here, like suppose if it is foreman or supervisor training, then the type of training can be lectures, then some notes, then can send them for attending the conferences for their interest of the subject or whatever they are going to handle in the organization. So you can identify and you can send them because there are conferences happening every fortnight, every month, every week. So you can identify a suitable conferences for your, I mean, the personal department can identify the suitable conferences and can debut. Many times the companies also send their peoples abroad for 1 month or for 2 months for learning new technology. Hmm. So it ranges 3 weeks to 3 months or sometimes even for a period of 1 year. If the project is, that is for the project, if the project is too big. So training can be done by the skilled or the experienced people, and training is done on the job training, that is directly on the job because like BEST. So if they recruit a mechanic, then what they do, they first train that mechanic for a period of 1 month in their centralized training center, and then only they allow him to work on the job. But some companies, now BEST is very big. Some companies which are not as big or which don't have training center, exclusive training center. So in that they can depute the candidate directly on the job, directly on the job. Apprentice training. So most of the big companies they recruit the apprentices. They they take it under Apprenticeship Act, and whoever is good, he is regularized. He is given opportunity to work on permanent basis. Even the schools or training centers are available in all the big companies, Volkswagen bolo, Mahindra bolo, many companies, BEST, they have proper training school, training centers headed by headed by a senior engineer. Then the plans for foreman or supervisor will be different. Foreman and supervisor is the same. Earlier we used to call him foreman, but nowadays the foreman is called as a supervisor. So obviously supervisor will take the written notes because he can read it, he has that background. Whereas if it is at worker levels, the less emphasis is given on the written notes because we are sure that they are not going to read it. You can have tie-up with different companies for training and development. Like suppose you can have tie-up with Festo for training in automation, or you can have tie-up with Sharpline for training in automation, because you may not have, that much training kits or that much training facilities. So in such case, definitely you can contact the specialized peoples like Festo, Sharpline, so on. Safety is the most important, not only from worker point of view, but from organization point of view. So it is, first thing is that you have to have a safety first. पहला अपना देखो. Hmm. If you are safe, then your department is safe, then your company is safe. That is from the smaller things to the bigger things. He said. So again, there are various safety programs which are conducted, safety training which are conducted by the organization. There is a safety officer, safety manager, and safety engineers, are proper educated. So it helps a lot. That is, it's an indirect cost. So if the accidents are reduced, that reduces the losses of the companies. So many companies, they provide, big hoardings or banners or the digital or LED screens indicating number of accidents on daily basis as well as on the cumulative basis. Cumulative basis means total whatever accidents has been occurred so far, or whatever or accident free days. Today is the fifth day that no accident has happened. And for safety, you have to provide different protective devices, that is protection of the head, face, eyes, lungs, different body parts. So that comes under safety. Now safety is again, that is fire safety, and again is a branch of the engineering. Again, it's either after graduation, it's 1 year course, or even after 12th also, it's a full-fledged course. Hmm. Housekeeping is most important to reduce the accidents. Welfare keeps your employees motivated for performing the task. So it can be economic, it can be recreational, that is sports, get together, festivals, providing the transport, pick up, drop, very important. Communications, you are already familiar, is the most important. A good communication, and how to communicate, what are the barriers uh, for the communications. Suggestion schemes plays important role. Reward scheme plays important role in boosting the productivity. Discipline is always important in any organization, in any company. So disciplinary actions, penalties can be taken. In promotion, transport, layoff, and discharge, I had told you that is first you have to give the warning letter. First you have to give the verbal warnings, then you have to give the warning letters, then you have to give the suspension letters, and then only you can give the retrenchment. Then only you can retrench, or you can give the notice of retrenchment. That is, you can ask, if he has anything to defend, then he can come in person and defend. and then finally it is retrenchment. So this is a labor turnover, that is how many people have left and what are the total number of people, that is the ratio. So you have to see that labor turnover is not much. So that was the last chapter, and if you want me to cover up anything, because everything from the syllabus has been completed, and today's was a very lighter chapter. So if you want me to uh, cover up anything from the syllabus, whatever you have not understood, uh, please let me know. I wish you all the best for your examination. If you want any additional lectures, just let me know what you want me to cover up. Now, if you want me to ask anything, if you have any doubt, please ask, or else we
सर ये
can.
जो भी लॉज रहते हैं वो सब मतलब कोई कंपनी ने साइन किया रहेगा तो ही फिर वो कर सकते हैं ना, जैसे कि
Yeah,
मतलब लेबर को अगर लीव देना है मतलब निकालना है तो उसको स्टेप वाइज करना पड़ेगा, वार्निंग फिर वैसे
yeah, yeah,
मतलब अगर
yes.
साइन नहीं किया है तो डायरेक्टली निकाल सकते हैं।
नहीं, 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 नहीं. Cannot. There is a procedure, uh, like verbal warning, then written warning, then suspension letter, then notice. It has to go on to the series. Otherwise, you can challenge them. They say, anyhow, it cannot be retrenched.
सर मतलब अगर छोटा मतलब कंपनी रहेगा
Uh,
तो उसको भी ऐसा ही करना पड़ेगा।
yes, yes, yes. Legally, yes. You are protected. Employees are protected by the government, by the laws. Anyhow, they cannot, retrench.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
Okay. Yeah. Most welcome, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Anything else, Dev?